And welcome back to the Coaches Show. And we are joined now by a couple of the St. Paul, Concordia St. Paul players, couple that were instrumental in their win last week as the Golden Bears were winners over Upper Iowa. We'll talk to Mason Van Zeeland, who came in from St. Cloud State, and Andrew Egnarski, who is the NSIC Defensive Player of the Week. First of all, congratulations, you guys. Let's start out with you, Andrew. Defensive Player of the Week. You guys turned it up on defense. I know you obviously things did not go the way you wanted in Winona the week before. What changed in your mind?
One thing that changed was we just kept it really simple this week. Everyone knew knew their assignments. We knew what was going on, and we just played faster.
Yeah. You personally, what types of things did you concentrate on going into the game, and were you able to get those things done?
I just concentrated on the things that I was supposed to do, doing my assignment, and just making sure everyone else did their assignment.
Yeah. Big deal getting Player of the Week. I mean, it seems like it is.
No, that's a last week thing. I'm focused on Sioux Falls this week, so.
Oh, well, Coach Currier is going to be happy to hear that. That's the right thing to say. Okay, flip over to Mason. Mason, you come in from St. Cloud State. You had a redshirt year up at St. Cloud State. The program went away. First of all, how disappointed were you that didn't work out?
At the time, it was kind of unfortunate because I had to find a new school and go through the whole recruiting process. But I'm really glad where I ended up and very happy with my decision. Yeah.
What made you? What was the tipping point for you to come to Concordia?
It was one of the closest schools in my hometown, and I just really loved Coach Currier and his morals and what he was about.
Yeah. Did in your hometown? Now, both of you guys are from the east side of Wisconsin. I suspect that makes both of you Packer fans, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Been to Lambeau at all? We'll start with you, Mason.
Surprisingly, no, even though my parents have season tickets.
You wait a minute. Your
That's
parents
crazy.
have season tickets and you've never been to Lambeau Field.
Never.
And you're from just outside of Green Bay, correct?
Yeah.
Wow. You're a rarity, I would say. Either that or your parents are such big Packer fans, they're just not giving it up, right? Is that basically what it is?
Yeah.
More or less. Andrew, have you ever been to Lambeau Field?
Yeah, I've been a couple of times.
Okay. Kind of a cathedral of football, isn't it?
Oh, it's so nice around there. I just like because they just redid everything around it.
Yes.
So like the Titletown district is so nice now.
Yeah, it is really cool. I was just there a couple weeks ago for a preseason game against the Jets. So I know it well. Been there many times. Okay, let's talk about back to you, Mason. Let's talk about last week and you guys' ability to move the football. What do you think changed from week 1 to week 2? What are some of the things that went well for you guys that did not go so well at Winona?
Definitely blocking on the perimeter went a lot better with being aggressive, and then also blocking in the offensive line performed a lot better than they did week 1.
Yeah, I know Coach Currier had mentioned that to me that getting the offensive line in sync, that's a big deal. What about your blocking downfield? How important was that, and how important is what's the emphasis on that for a wideout on the Golden Bears club?
It's very important. So we run a lot of outside zone and then options. So blocking the safety that likes to come down is really important so that we can get as many yards as we can. Yeah,
and when you know that that's going to be your job on a given play, when you walk up to the line of scrimmage, are you spying? Are you trying to locate exactly where that guy is, or do you try and anticipate where he's going to be? What's your approach?
Well, you can never anticipate where he's going to be because he could be anywhere. So you just have to find really good leverage that gives you the best positioning on him.
Yeah. Andrew, flip over to your side defensively. When you guys entered into this season, what was the number one thing that was the emphasis on this club this year for your defense? What has been the discussion about defense on the team this year?
Physicality. Coach Stern says it all the time. We know we can be a good defense. We all believe it, but one thing, like, we just got to focus on being more physical every play.
What year are you now, Andrew?
I am a sophomore.
Sophomore football wise or school wise? Or both?
School wise, I'm a senior. Football wise, I'm a sophomore.
Okay. So you played in the 2019 season then, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Tell me about how different it is this year from that season. Obviously, last year, the COVID year, you guys got a lot of training sessions and in practice, but you didn't get to play football games. But tell me some of the differences you've noticed in the club from 2 years ago.
Well, it's really hard to replace Chris Garrett.
Yeah, there's no replacing a guy like that playing for the Los Angeles Rams right now.
Yes, and you don't try to replace him. You just try to make sure everyone is just playing their assignment, pretty much.
Yeah.
We're missing a little bit of a lot of veteran D linemen, but I think the young guys are stepping up, and we have Jake Richardson, Mark O'Reilly, Richard Ficasello, and Keegan Larson. They're all dogs in there. So
I know, and you said it, and I don't want to spend every week because we probably could talk about Chris Garrett from here until the end of time. But what is a guy's leadership? I mean, obviously his ability was tremendous. He has the physical tools to be playing in the National Football League, to play on Sundays. But what is his leadership? How is that affected, not having a guy like that in the locker room?
Chris was different. He was more of a silent leader, but he was probably one of the best leaders I ever experienced. But we have a lot of good leadership in the locker room coming from Jake Ports, Dalton Smirchek, and Rhett Sheehan. They kind of like honed in. They each kind of have a piece of Chris that they apply to our team. So it's almost like we didn't lose his leadership.
Yeah. And I understand from what I'm told, Smirchek told me this last week that he stays in touch with you guys, and he's been texting and going back and forth. So that's a good thing too, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's focus now on Sioux Falls. You're playing at their place. What do you know about Sioux Falls? Go ahead, Andrew. What do you know about their offense?
They got a big old line, really good downhill running back, number 34. Their quarterback, he'll throw it anywhere. He's not afraid of anything. He's kind of like Brett Favre. He's not afraid of a throw. I think it's an overall good team. They're like same side power. They're big. They want to focus on running the ball.
Yeah. And so your job will be what?
Stopping the run.
Stopping the run. Yeah.
Yep.
Flip side, Mason, what kind of schemes have you seen from them on tape? What do you know about Sioux Falls defensively?
They play cover one and a lot of press man on the outsides. So we just need to beat the press on the outsides to get open to build confidence with Connor. And then we just need to run the ball really well.
For you, in order to beat that man press, what do you specifically have to do in order to be able to get free?
Just be physical. You gotta sell the corner, like what you're not gonna do, and then go the other way, get around them.
Yeah. Okay. Last question for each of you. Mason, we'll start with you. Has there been a specific emphasis this week in practice? I guess that would be the word. What has been the talk this week in practice?
Well, as you know, the last time we played Sioux Falls, I wasn't on the team, and we beat them pretty good, I heard. So we just need to bring our own juice this week, and everybody needs to get hyped up in practice.
Andrew, I guess Mason said it. You guys handled Sioux Falls a couple of years ago. You need to put that in the rear view mirror, though, don't you? You have to bring it every Saturday.
Yeah. And our coaches said that they probably have this game circled on their calendar for what we did to them 2 years ago. So I think it's going to be a great game.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you spending some time with us. The 1-1 Golden Bears taking on Sioux Falls in Sioux Falls on Saturday. We wish you luck, and we'll talk to you again down the road.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, more coming up. Coach Courier standing on deck. We'll have him as we continue here on the Coaches Show right after this timeout.